Hey YouTube, this is 56 Bricks, and this is my 6th episode of my X-Men characters. Our first character is Rogue and Rogue. They're both from Offline, and this is the comic book version, and the cartoon version, and this is just another comic book version of her other suit. Basically, she doesn't wear green in the Sonyverse. This is solid green and not black. So in the Sonyverse, she wears a black suit. So continuing, so in this version, she has brown hair with a dark gray streak in her hair. In this one, she has also light brown with white in her hair, which is actually accurate. But continuing, so in this one, her torso has a little white for the scarf right here, and then it goes into the X-Men logo, and then the scarf kind of goes down, and then it goes into a white belt, and then it has no printing on her pants or her belt right there, and no printing on the sides, no printing on the sides, and no printing on her pants, and just some printing on the back of her back right there, and no other expressions because I just looked. And then this one, she has that green bandana and an angry face and her classic brown jacket over her suit with the little X logo right there, and then her belt with the little X logo right there, and it goes into her pants, and she has no printing on her boots and no printing on the side of her except for her jacket right there for the X-Men logo. And then continuing, she has no printing on the pants right there, but she has printing on the back of her back right there for her jacket and her suit. And that is it for Rogue. Our next character has to be obviously Gambit. So Gambit with Rogue, of course. So he's gonna make a name for himself, that's for sure. So going over the character, he has that spiky brown hair, and then his classic cowl kind of thing goes around his face, and then his red eyes and his stubble chin, and then it goes into his awesome suit that goes into his pants and his belt, and so he's printing on his pants and his belt also. And then he has this staff right here, and then he came with this brown jacket with no printing on his arm and no printing, I don't think. Also, yeah, no printing on his sides. But tossing his staff a little bit, he has no printing on the back of him either. But this is a perfect Gambit for the X-Mansion if I didn't want to use the other one. Our next character is Nightcrawler. So it came with these two purple discs that indicate where he's teleporting, and I got him offline also. Same thing with Gambit and Rogue and most of the others. And he came with this sword, this cutlass sword, but he didn't come with a tail, sadly. So I'll have to get like the avatar or something and then put it on them, and then he has the tail. So he has only one expression. It's that expression, and then that short black hair, and then he has that awesome classic comic book torso that goes into his pants and his belt. And then turning him sideways, he has the printing goes all the way around into his boots, and he has some printing on his arm right there. And that's it for the side. And then turning him around, it goes all the way down from his back into his belt, into his pants. So you can actually attach these 2 discs onto the wall or something, and then he could be teleporting out. And that is it for Nightcrawler. Our next character is Surge. She's from the X-Men, also from a comic book. And you could actually get this blue hair from like a CMF, I think. And then I found a different torso. I think it's like a Black Widow torso. I'm not really sure. And then the hair and the pants come with like a cyborg looking minifigure. So you could actually build this yourself if you want. And then the cyborg pants has printing on his front, obviously. Not in the boots, though. But it has some printing on the side right here. And then it doesn't have any printing at all on the torso. Continuing. So it has no printing on the pants, but it has printing on the back right there. And no printing on the sides. And then that's it. I'm not sure if she has another face on the back. She does not. And that is it for Surge. Now I got Archangel, aka Angel from X-Men. So this is also a offline character. So also known as the Apocalypse version Angel. So he came with this metallic wings and a smudge on his right there. I need to clean that. Anyways, so he has that classic Apocalypse dark angel look from his torso and his costume and his bluish face with his angry face. And then it goes down into his belt, and then it goes into his pants, which goes into his shoes. And then he has some printing on his arms, but no printing on his side of his body. And then he has some printing on his back, and it goes into his belt, but it doesn't have no printing on his head or his pants. And then turning and moving around, he has no printing on his side, but he has printing on his arms. And that is it for Archangel. Our next character is Fantomex. He is a comic book character from X-Men. I got him offline. And our next character is Fantomex. I got him offline. He's a comic book character for the X-Men. I don't remember if he's a villain or an X-Men character himself for like the good guys X-Men. I'm guessing he is an X-Men because he has an X symbol on his belt right there. I don't know a whole lot about the character, but I know he's part of the X-Men. So, anyways, continuing. So, his white costume, plus a little bit black on him, like these lightning bolt looking things, come all the way from his mask all the way down to his boots. And then he has that muscle, and then it shows his X-Men logo right there, and the printing goes all the way down to his pants and into his shoes, and then it comes with this white jacket, and then he has some printing on his arm and printing on his pants, and then turning around, it shows that he has printing all the way down this white on his jacket. And then if I shove it down a little further, it shows he has printing on the back right there. And then he has some printing on his arm right there and a little bit printing on his pants. And that is it for this character. Now we got Firestar from Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends, or the Daily Bugle set. She came from the Daily Bugle set. So she has 2 expressions. She has this expression and that expression. So She is also a mutant. So, as I said, you could get her from the Daily Beagle set. Anyways,